Greetings to all of you. This is Aarabhi Vibhas of Endeavour Academy, Bangalore, studying in class 5. Let me begin my talk with a touching quote of Mahatma Gandhiji. Happiness is when what you think, what you say, and what you do are in harmony. If this harmony is built in each individual, then we can reflect it wherever we go. Harmony makes small things grow. Lack of it makes great things decay. This is very evident in today's world. Saying these words, let me come to the topic which I chose to speak on, and that is how I wish to own my nation to reflect and reform social harmony. The word owning a nation from my topic may sound absurd, greedy, or even an over-exaggeration. But dear friends, I mean it. Social harmony, a very common term which we are very familiar with, heard in many vibrant speeches, read in many dailies, social medias, and many teachings and preachings about self-harmony and social harmony. But despite all of these, why is that there is no social harmony, no status harmony, no religious harmony, no gender harmony, no employee harmony? This is when I thought of and put up a question to myself that when do we destroy something, harm something, or reject something? Just give it a thought, my dear friends. We destroy, harm, or reject something which is not our own. So, owning a nation should be a priority of each patriotic citizen. Before expressing how to reflect and reform, let me introduce the term social harmony. It is the peace-maintained condition where the members of the society are interrelated with the bond of harmony. We have a beautiful planet to live on and enjoy. All the diverse cultures from the day of its origin has preached for ideal relationship among human beings to enforce peace and harmony. Also, various international bodies like UN, SAARC, World Bank, etc. are working their best to promote social harmony among different nations. But in spite of all these staunch efforts, mankind is facing crises of weak and broken relationships both at personal and global levels. This has affected our vision of attaining social harmony to the worst. Hence, harmony and harmonious thought should begin at an individual level, at each one of our mind and behavior level, as rightly mentioned at the beginning of my talk. Once the state is attained at root level, then we start reflecting. From where all do we reflect? Family, organization, community, government, nation? Yes, from all these fraternities. A person's value is largely shaped by his family environment. So, the first lesson of becoming a social human begins here. Whatever may be the profession of an individual, the concept of having good relationship with others are largely influenced by the work culture and colleagues. A person is known by the company he keeps is a famous saying. Hence, the attitudes and habits of people living in our neighborhoods and communities do influence the person's beliefs about social harmony and peace. National beliefs and values for one's own nation and those of other nations also influence social harmony. For this, the government should be honest, legitimate, democratic, and accountable in order to promote social harmony. So, the concept of social harmony should exist at all levels like government, nation, community, family, and ultimately society. But we citizens of the nation are very much adapted to the culture of pointing out at someone or something when there is a disharmony. We never realize that we are part of the society. In fact, we are the society. Like our elders say, when you point out your index finger at someone, realize that the remaining fingers are pointing at you. So, think twice, think thrice before you point out at someone for something that is going wrong. Be it the management of a school for the behavior of your child, political parties of the state for not enforcing rules and regulations, and law and order of the country for all the happening crimes. a child grows from home. Rules are made for each one of us, and crimes are committed by one living amongst us in the society. First, let's make sure if I have done what has to be done. Am I eco-friendly? Am I using things that do not cause any harm to nature? Am I contributing towards conservation of energy? Let me give some examples. Many of us switch the lights off at home when not in use. Why? Either we are taught so, or we are scared of being scolded by our parents. But the same we do not do in our schools or workplaces. Isn't this a social responsibility? Then why aren't we doing it? Because we do not own it. A person riding a two-wheeler wears a helmet only if the junction or the route in which he travels has a cop. Do you think these rules are formed just to extract fines? No. It is to protect our skull from cracking. Why don't we feel that responsibility? When we don't like someone throwing garbage near our fence, don't we have the responsibility of not throwing it in any vacant land of our neighborhood? When we expect people to care for us when we are ailing, don't we have the responsibility of doing it back? As a child, when we expect the presence of our parents to feel secure, don't we have the responsibility of making them feel secure when they grow old? So, dear friends, if empathy, sympathy, humanity, equality, responsibility, and adaptability are added to the dictionary of our life, then the destination is not so far. And infusing these thoughts in each one of our mind is the intention of my topic. Only when light falls on a surface, it reflects. Only when it reflects, it is visible. When each citizen owns the responsibility without blaming and complaining, then there are chances that our family will do the same. When each family transforms, it reflects in the society. And then the society transforms. Witnessing social harmony in a society, the neighboring society will try to imbibe and reflect the same. In the process, a state would reflect, a nation would reflect, and the entire place becomes luminous. And yes, reformation is the outcome. Social harmony will then become omnipotent and omnipresent. No more thought-provoking awareness speeches or social media posts will be required to instill responsibility in us. I wish to own my nation to reflect and reform social harmony. Let me conclude my speech by quoting a line from a famous song by Michael Jackson. Heal the world, make it a better place for you and for me and for the entire human race. I am Aarabhi Vibhas of Endeavour Academy, Bangalore, studying in Class 5. Thank you for listening to me.